Ladies and gentlemen, I have a little quiz for you today. You just killed Smolder in lane as Irelia here. You ended up outplaying him quite nicely. You get the solo kill. You shove out the mid wave. What do you do in this moment? Do you run forward and you hit the crystal and get the plate? Well, in this video, we're going to discuss exactly this dilemma. This is the most underrated concept in League of Legends, and probably the single concept that has gained me the most LP out of any other concept. And this is the concept of uptime. Now, what is uptime? What is this concept about? What do you need to understand about this concept? So, uptime, very simply, is the amount of time in the game that you spend fulfilling your champion's identity. Okay? So, let's understand first of all what your champ's identity is. There are a few types of identities of mid lane champs that you see commonly. Let's say you play a champion like Yasuo, Yone, Irelia, a lot of these like skirmishing champions. These champions really love fighting their mid laners, taking good trades, looking for those solo kills, especially if you play something like Irelia, right? You want to get those solo kills, you want to dominate your lane opponent. So being in uptime basically means that we are in a position to kill our lane opponent. So what do you need to kill your lane opponent as Irelia? Well, if you've watched any of my other content, you know you need to have the wave in a good position. You need to have the wave on your side. You need to be sitting on an adequate amount of items, right? Like if you're sitting on too much gold, you're not going to be strong enough to kill your lane opponent. If you don't have enough mana or HP, then you're not going to be able to kill your lane opponent. These are the key concepts of uptime. So as an Irelia, if you are sitting on too much gold, if you don't have the wave in the correct location, if you don't have enough HP or mana, you are in downtime, and that means you're not able to trade and kill your lane opponent. And winning lane on Irelia is about maximizing the amount of time that you spend in uptime. So if we come back to this quiz that I gave you at the start of the video here, and we talk about what you want to do after you kill Smolder, after you shove this wave, well, to me, it's very obvious. If I hit this plate now, what's going to happen is I'm going to hit the plate. Sure, I get the gold. I get, 125 gold. That's pretty nice to have in my pocket. But the problem with this is by hitting this plate, this gives Smolder the time to get back into the lane. Now imagine what's going to happen. I'm going to be desynced from the Smolder. Smolder is going to be back in lane, and I'm going to need to base. So now we've spent about, a minute where we're not able to face each other. I'm not able to take good trades. I'm not able to kill my lane opponent for that minute of time, and that's all downtime. So what I choose to do instead is I'm like, all right, I could hit this plate, but that's going to fuck my tempo here. I choose to base. I get my base off instantly, and I run back. And now what I want you to pay attention to is because I base there, Smolder and I arrive back in the lane at the exact same time. So this, if I hit that plate here, I'd still be in base, I'd be running back to this wave, and Smolder would be getting all of these minions for free. He'd have this, 30 seconds window where he's not under threat from me. But because I'm maximizing my uptime in this game, what ends up happening, I spent my gold, I'm now back in uptime, I go in, I land my combo, and now I kill Smolder. And this would not have been possible if I hit that plate. But now, because I didn't hit that plate, I kill Smolder, I get the wave, and I probably get the plate anyway later down the line. So this is what uptime looks like for a champion like Irelia, where you're a little bit more lane dominant. You want to maximize the amount of time that you're in lane versus your opponent champion. Let's talk a little bit about other types of uptime. Very quickly before we continue with the video, if you want to hit your rank goals for season 2026, the best way to do that is through coaching. Not many people, get coaching, and it's always a surprise to people how much coaching helps. I personally started, my improvement journey by getting coached in the Mid Lane Academy, and now full circle, I'm now a coach there as well. In the Mid Lane Academy, apart from coaching, there are also dozens of champion guides. There's matchup highlights with really in-depth breakdown of individual matchups. There's great community. There's just a ton of great stuff in the MLA. So if you're interested, click my link down below. And I hope to see you in the MLA, and I hope to see you achieving some of your ranked goals for season 2026. Anyway, back to the video, guys. All right, exactly the same situation that I'm in here. I have a dilemma, right? We just killed the Vex. I just shoved the wave, and now I have the option, if I want, to hit the tower. What do you do here? Do you hit the tower and do you get the plate? It's a free 125 gold sitting right in front of you. Or do you just base and get your tempo? Well, in this case, what you're going to see is that I choose to take the base, and here's why. As Rise, uptime is not the same as what it looks like on Irelia. On uptime on Irelia, we want to play very lane dominantly, we want to kill our lane opponent, we want to take good trades. On Rise, it doesn't matter too much what you do in the lane. What I'm playing for, my identity, is I want to be in river fights. I want to be in 2v2 skirmishes with my jungler, right? I want to play for those 2v2s with my jungler. And I want to be in any type of fights or skirmishes. And in general, I just want to be available, right? If something happens on the map, I want to be available to be able to ult there, to be able to, join the fight, whatever it might be. So what do I need to be available? Well, this is the same as what it is on Irelia. I need to have spent my gold. I can't be sitting on too much gold. I can't be, low HP, low mana. And the wave state is not as important as it is on Rise. It's mostly just about not being on too much gold and not being low health and low mana. And what you'll see this game is because, again, I chose to reset here. I chose to take my base and really maximize that uptime. And so what ends up happening is, and what you'll see, I mean, in this case, I did end up solo killing the Vex here, but I wouldn't say this is super, super normal, super, kind of on average, like what you're going to be doing as a Rise. So here I choose to take my base. I come back. I don't want to extend this period of the time where I'm not available, right? So here I actually don't greed for the next wave. I choose to leave the wave. Because if I take this wave, what's going to happen is, again, I'm increasing the amount of time where I'm in downtime, right? Right now I'm in downtime. But I want to minimize this amount of time because I'm going to be useless. If a fight breaks out right now, if Kindred is in some kind of river fight and I haven't base, I'm going to be useless. And so what we'll see here in this game after I come back is because I chose to base, because I kept myself strong, because I'm now available. That's really the key word here. Availability. I'm available. Kindred gets to make this play, gets to contest her mark, and because I'm available, I'm here. We play the 2v2, which is exactly my identity, and we end up killing both, and the game is just over at this point. The enemy team cannot win the game at this point, pretty much. Just because I maximize the amount of time I'm available. If a river fight took place, if I hadn't based, I wouldn't be available. We miss out on that 2v2. So this is a great illustration of the two types of uptime, the two most common types of uptime you have on a champion like Irelia, something a little bit stronger, more lane dominant. Your uptime looks like maximizing the amount of time that you can dominate your opponent. So if you're overstaying, if you're not getting your base windows, the opponent gets a lot of breathing room, right? If you're sitting there on low HP, low mana, your opponent has no concern for you, right? They can just get their farm up, and end up outscaling you. As a Rise, if we don't play for uptime and we just sit there low HP, low mana, we spend multiple waves in this downtime state. What's going to happen is sooner or later there's going to be a play that you're not available for, that you can't be involved in, and those are the plays. That's Rise's identity. At the end of the day, it's same for if you're Ari, same if you're Galio, same if you're Silas, right? Your job is to be there, to be available for these plays when they happen. So maximizing that uptime is so important. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments, or if you have any suggestions, any videos that you want to see for season 2026, let me know, and I will get those recorded and get those uploaded for you guys. Thanks for everyone who watched, and I'll see you in another video, guys. See ya.